In sports, Nigeria has lost the joint bid with the Benin Republic to host the African Cup of Nations in 2027 as Kenya, Uganda and Tanzania are named joint hosts of the 2027 tournament. This comes after the Minister of Sports Development, John Eno, arrived in Egypt on Tuesday with representatives of the Nigeria Football Federation to bid to host AFCON in 2027. Morocco were awarded the hosting of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations finals, replacing Guinea, who was stripped of the right to host the tournament last year. It is only the second time that Morocco will host Africa's most popular sporting event, almost 4 decades after the previous time in 1988. The joint East African bid for 2027 returns the finals to the region for the first time since 1976.
I think it was an ill-prepared bid. We just woke up suddenly and realized that we have to bid for the 2027 bid. I mean, the Africa Cup of Nations, which I think that one itself makes the bid dead on arrival. It was not a well-coordinated bid. And besides, you ask yourself, what is the economic reason or what is the compelling reason why we should bid for the Africa Cup of Nations? When even internally our football is in shambles, we've not presented ourselves as good organizers, because if you look at even our domestic league, in the past 20-30 years, it has never kicked off on schedule. It's always one postponement or the other. So, but if you now compare us here now with, say, Morocco that won the bid for 2025, you see the organizational structure. We just know that we need to go and learn how to administer football in the country. And if we cannot administer football in the country, within ourselves, how can the continent entrust the flagship of football competition into our hands? Our facilities are not in shape. Only one stadium in Nigeria passed the FIFA CAF test, and that's the Uyo Stadium. And you cannot bid. We just promises and say, okay, we are going to put the Abuja Stadium back in shape,